And we are back. So, a top Trump health official, Michael Caputo, is taking a leave of absence after his meltdown. He had a rant. He he went over the deep end. He was already a little bit off, right? He's already a little bit off. And today they announced that he is taking a leave of absence. Hopefully, he won't return because Michael Caputo has no business, and I mean no business, running anything. Running anything. So he is going to be taking what they are calling a 60-day sabbatical. They call it, or is that me? Is that me calling it a 60-day sabbatical? Of course, you could see this on radioonfire.com. So, Mr. Caputo is a nut job, right? Not somebody that you would want speaking for your organization if you had one that you wanted the findings of the organization to be respected. Michael Caputo is going to take a 60-day medical leave of absence from his role as the Department of Health and Human Services top spokesman. So somebody who's hired as a spokesman, right? He does not communicate and speak very well. Why do I say this? Okay. This decision first comes days after Michael Caputo, the guy seen here. This comes days after he made some crazy, maybe I should use the word crazy, allegations. But he accused the government scientists of sedation and warned of a coming left-wing violence in a Facebook video. But today, the department, HHS, announced that the Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Michael Caputo, has decided, was pushed, to take a leave of absence and focus on his health and the well-being of his family. So, as I said, Caputo, he has some things going on. He's having a mental health crisis, bare minimum. And on yesterday, he apologized for some of his remarks. He apologized, but the backlash from this has been pretty severe. The negative press from this has been pretty severe. He has been trying to muzzle career scientists, and some of his statements. So he's taking his medical leave. They're saying that he's having some type of mental health crisis and such. But he definitely is someone. I mean, added that he'd put off seeing a doctor about issues for months. What happened to the president saying that he was going to hire the best and the brightest people? Right? What happened to that? So this is on radioonfire.com right now, the full story by Politico. And this guy is a piece of work. This guy is a piece of work. So he said that he put off seeing the doctor. And he said that this was a mistake and contributed to my stress level, along with the increasing number of violent threats leveled at me and my family back in Buffalo. But every American battling COVID-19 in every city, in every state across the nation, has been under enormous pressure, and I'm just one of them. So now he's trying to make himself a victim. Okay. Nobody's threatening this guy. Nobody's threatening him. Okay. This is all in your mind, Michael Caputo. And if you think that people are going to feel sorry for you, you got another thing coming. This guy has tried to suppress information, manipulate data. He needs to go. He needs to go somewhere else. Yeah, jail or court, something. I'm definitely sure. So but this has been a very turbulent week for HHS. These revelations about Michael Caputo and his politically motivated attempts to meddle with the activities of this public health agency. I don't think that anything's wrong with him other than, I mean, he's the way that he's always been. He's saying the things that got him hired. This is the kind of stuff that Trump likes. It just so happened that the blowback has been so severe that they had to get rid of him. But understand this, ain't nothing wrong with him. This is how he is. This is how he normally is. So Ryan Murphy is going to take over as the department's acting assistant secretary of public affairs in the meantime. And it is a role that he had filled prior to Caputo's arrival. He's only been there since mid-April. And the amount of damage that Caputo has done since then, it can be recovered. It can be recovered. And so we have that. Now, Caputo is a longtime Trump lackey, and he's been closely controlling the health and human services messaging around this pandemic. Now, the vaccine, the often talked about vaccine that Trump is trying to rush out like Speed Racer, that has got to concern people. No? Doesn't concern people at all? Let's understand this. The president wants to fast track a vaccine. Why? Why would the president want to fast track a vaccine? Do you think it's because he cares about you or me or the citizens of this great nation? Do you think that he cares? No, he cares about re-election, and he thinks that this is going to help him get reelected. But let me tell you this. People who don't support the president are not going to take the vaccine. You know who's going to take the vaccine? You folks that support the president. That's who's going to take the vaccine. You're going to take this vaccine that was rushed to market. Rushed to market. That's the vaccine that you're going to take. You Trump supporters, you MAGA folks, y'all going to be the ones to take it because you believe the president. People who don't support the president are not going to be quick to take this vaccine. They're not going to. So you Trump supporters, you MAGA folks, you're going to be the ones who are the guinea pigs for this vaccine that the president's trying to rush to market. And later on, what are going to be the effects of this rushed to market vaccine? You ever bought a PlayStation before? Or any kind of a video game system, and you get that first generation? Usually something's wrong with it. Some kind of bug in it. Yeah, end up sending it back. Well, you've heard of that happening. That first generation ain't that good. When you buy a phone, computer, that first generation, not good. Got to work out the kinks. The president wants to work out the kinks on you Republicans and you MAGA supporters. And I say that because the Americans who don't support him are not listening to him and will not trust his vaccine. Trust scientists, but you're not going to trust the president. And when Joe Biden says he trusts scientists and doctors over the president is saying one thing. Scientists are saying something else. And a scientist that the president is twisting his arm to say something, that's one thing. But if you have another scientist saying something else, most people are not going to listen to this Trump lackey. The president has shown consistently he cares about one thing, himself. He doesn't care about family over himself, right? A lot of people would take a bullet for their family or push their family out of the way if something's going to happen. Not Trump. No, Trump wouldn't. And this is the person that is leading the country. This is what's happened. This is where we're at. The American people are in danger as long as he has the nuclear codes. All he does is play on Twitter, watch Fox News, try to play golf because he's not good at golf. All the golf playing he does, I say this all the time, he can't play. He's not good. He's not good at golf. I don't know what he's good at, actually. I can't figure out what it is that he is good at. So, just tuning in, you listen to the Diamond K Show, radioonfire.com. And as you can see, I am in one of those moods.